have more tools, tricks, technology, calendars, and to-do lists than ever recorded in history, and yet we seem still to be behind time. How is it that we know more about time management than ever, and we still work for longer hours and get caught up with time, with stress always being the topic for discussion? It is because we lack some rudimentary knowledge about the whole concept of how to multiply your time. I am speaking on the topic how to multiply your time. Today we have a lot of demands placed on us, both at home and at work. Tighter schedules, juggling priorities, just name it, a whole lot of them. That is why I want to share with you some basic knowledge about the whole concept of time. Time is one of the indispensable and irreplaceable resources of accomplishment. Time, as we all know, cannot be seen, it cannot be felt. None of the five senses can experience the concept of time. That is, time is intangible. Time waits for no man. It continues on and on. Time as a concept cannot be managed, but the event in time instead can be managed. Time is a concept that is used to manage, organize, structure, and order resources, as well as control the movement of phenomenon. The whole concept of how to multiply your time revolves around the principle of effectiveness and efficiency. That is, anything that adds to your input, anything that adds to your productivity, leading to efficiency and effectiveness, automatically brings about the multiplication of your time. How to multiply your time simply aims at maximizing your output out of the time available. How do I multiply my time? In order to apply our calendars, our to-do list, our technology, and our tools about time management, we need to have a certain kind of consciousness, mindset. What is your mindset towards those timetables and towards those tighter schedules? The mindset should be, I want to make it. Trust me, you might have those timetables and those schedules, but if you don't have that determination to make it, you might have the timetables alright, but you have no reason to follow it. You might have no reason to apply it. The mindset should be, the spirit should be, I want to make it, I want to be successful, no matter what. Giving up should not be an alternative. That is, no matter how many failures come your way, no matter the weight of the storms, you still make it and you still follow those to-do lists and you still follow those checklists. What is your mindset? Check your mindset, for your mindset will lead to your mind fix, and the mind fix will focus you on how to make it, on how to follow it, leading to efficiency and effectiveness, automatically multiplying your time goes on and on. That is the first step to multiplying your time. The first step to being effective and efficient is have a certain kind of consciousness and have a certain kind of mindset. What is your vision and what is your purpose? You might have those timetables, but if you have no vision, if you have no purpose, anything can just cross your path and you will miss that vision, you will miss that purpose, and you will deviate totally from what you want to become. What is that gift in you? What is that talent? What is that potential? What is that dream you want to become? What is the vision you've written down that you want to become exactly like? Take note of it. Realize it. Put it into consideration and always focus on it. Always think about it. For when you have your vision, when you have your purpose, always ringing in your mind, always playing itself, always in your mind, nothing crosses your path that is not related to your vision and goes scot-free. For example, you want to become a doctor and you are in the field of a parliamentarian. That is, you might probably be studying the course of political science, which is not related to being a doctor. As such, you are wasting precious time in the field of political science instead of spending time in the field of being a doctor. That is, if you know your purpose and if you know your vision, if you know what you want to become in future, you focus on it. If you are going as you're looking ahead onto the vision, anything that crosses your path that is not related to it, So first, it is not related to the manifestation of your vision or your purpose. You are supposed to throw it away. And things that are related to it, those are the things you are supposed to focus on. That is if only you want to be effective, leading to the multiplication of your time. Accuracy cannot be left out from the life of anyone who wants to be a multiplier of time. If you want to be effective, if you want to be efficient in any field you find yourself, you have got to be accurate. Accuracy is the power that eliminates mistakes and keeps you going. That is, no matter the mistakes, no matter the failures, you learn from it. That is the spirit of accuracy. That is how accuracy talks. Don't focus on the mistakes, don't focus on the failures, but instead learn from them so that those mistakes will not repeat itself as you go on in pursuing your vision or your purpose. Accuracy brings about perfection. It brings about excellence in any field you find yourself in. Always be accurate in whatever you do. Never focus on mistakes, for when you focus on mistakes, time goes ahead. Remember that time waits for no man. The clock keeps ticking, the clock keeps going. It won't wait for you. When you always focus on your mistakes or your failures, you will always be behind time as time moves ahead of you. So if you want to beat the principle of time, if you always want to be ahead of time, then always be accurate in whatever you do, and that is the spirit of multiplying your time. Procrastination shouldn't be a factor or shouldn't be part of the life of a person who wants to multiply time. Procrastination speaks like this: don't do this right now, but do it tomorrow. Even if you ought to do it now, procrastination will tell you, no, do it tomorrow. Do it tomorrow instead. But that isn't how multiplying your time speaks, or that is not how it talks. If you want to multiply your time, then do what is supposed to be done today, and do what is supposed to be done tomorrow. Let's have a case study here. If you have person A and person B, that is, both of them are being given a storybook to read in 2 hours, the same storybook. Person A has that mindset: let me read this book tomorrow. But person B reads it today. Person A, as such, postpones what is supposed to be done in today into tomorrow, but person B does it today. And as such, person B is being classified as an efficient person and as an effective person. And person A is also classified as a less efficient person or as a lazy person. That is, when tomorrow comes, person B has the opportunity to engage in other activities that will lead to maximizing his or her output. But person A rather engages in the activities of the past, and that is not how multiplying your time speaks. If you want to multiply your time, then avoid procrastination, for that is the spirit of dividing your time. Whenever procrastination sets in, productivity becomes slow, leading to the division of your time instead of multiplying it. Always set your priorities right if only you want to multiply your time. Do you have a scale of preference? If only you want to multiply your time, then you have got to have one. Scale of preference is a list that enumerates your activities or your events in order of importance or in order of priority. That is from the most important to the less important. Whenever you want to multiply your time, you have got to know what to do first and what to do later. You always also have to be precise in whatever you do. The clock does not wait for anyone. Therefore, whenever you engage in any conversation or in any meeting, always go straight to the point. Time, as we say, is money. Time is precious. Therefore, the more time you spend talking about unnecessary things, the more money is being spent. As we always say, time is money. Therefore, as you spend time, you waste precious money. So, if you want to multiply your time, then you have always got to be precise in whatever you do. Last but not least, you have to stay awake whilst others are asleep. Remember, you are not the only one in the field of your calling. You're not the only one pursuing that particular vision or that particular purpose. People are also pursuing your type of purpose or your type of vision. Therefore, if you always want to be on top, that is leading to efficiency and effectiveness, automatically multiplying your time, then you have to move an extra mile or go an extra mile. For example, person A is given a storybook and person B is also given a storybook of the same kind. And they are both being given 24 hours to read the book. Person A reads the book 12 hours and sleeps 12 hours midnight. Person B reads the book all day, that is, makes use of all the 24 hours. Person A is as such termed as less effective or less productive, but person B is as such termed as a more productive person. That is, when we look critically at these two people, person A probably might continue the book reading in the next day, but person B probably might engage in another activity in the next day. That is, person B is being productive and person A is being less productive. That is, if you want to multiply your time, then go the extra mile. Do the extra things that people are not doing. If only you want to be on top. Always keep in mind, people are doing what you are doing. People want to top the chart and you also want to top the chart. So what makes the difference when you go the extra mile? That is what makes the difference, and that is what helps you multiply your time. Try these steps and see the changes and how effective you will become.